do. Pretty solid spot. It yeah, definitely. I have a hard time with tier lists because I always get like group them. Like this group are all top tier, but I can't pick what I would specifically do to make this one better than that one. And
exactly. And I mean, I think there's something to say too with like the levels. I always view, there's a certain order, but when it comes to like the S, A, B, I view those characters as relatively the same in terms of performance if they're on the same level. There might be like minor things, or you could say maybe the bookends are kind of different from each other. But I think for the most part, it's a fairly balanced game when you think about like 58 characters.
Especially even some of the higher tier characters have low tier characters that work well against them.
Right, in like those weird matchups. All right, getting right into it. NameLess getting on that percent really well. Despite Shinjoebi being our current number one, NameLess has been putting in a lot of work. I believe he is... Is he fifth?
He is fifth. He put Scorpio down to sixth. So,
yes.
Yeah, NameLess kind of climbing higher and higher each PR season.
Yeah, started out as a gatekeeper and has slowly been working his way up. Definitely not plateauing anytime soon.
Yeah.
All right, but here's Shinjoebi. Nice up air strings. He really knows how to connect those. He just understands the momentum, the trajectory.
Yeah, really, the practice he puts in shows that he really knows that spacing well.
Exactly.
As most of us have seen, he's a hard-working, hard-practicing player.
Right. And just NameLess, like, what I really like about him is that he uses a character that you usually wouldn't think is good at walling and manages to set it up. Uses a lot of very smart retreating fairs, a lot of bananas, as you're going to see in his play. He just knows how to limit his opponent's options, and I think that is what has taken him so far in our scene.
Definitely. I like NameLess's use of back air, too. Even though it is a very valid Diddy Kong move, I think I see him use it in a lot more ways.
Yes, he uses it, very creatively, falls with it. He uses it as a mix-up. You don't see it often, but he almost always connects it.
Forward throw's going to do it.
And I wonder if Shinjoebi doing the fair put his hurt box back enough.
It might have. I was wondering a bit too, because I know forward air can kill, but usually back air is more the Diddy Kong kill, or back throw and forward throw. Yeah.
But it's interesting. Regardless or not, for those that don't know, what's different about Smash 4 than Brawl is that there's no such thing as momentum canceling, where you could input an aerial to kind of like stop your knockback from going so far.
Yeah.
In this game, it doesn't really work, and sometimes attacks will put a player's hurt box too far back into the blast zone, where you'll actually die earlier than you would because you went over that line. So it's very important not to like mash A or anything.
Yeah, good example of that too. Like it used to happen to me a ton. Oh, forward air gonna do it there. Again, back to that Joe's spacing. I haven't seen it too much this game. Usually he makes more use of his nairs and his forward airs and a lot of walling out of his opponents.
Right. So. Now, something I've really noticed also, in addition to that, to Shinjoebi's play, is he confirms a lot with forward air, right, out of some sort of setup. But I've noticed more of his fair kills have been landing. So he's been, like, more so, instead of setting up, has been reading more often. And is catching people out of, like, you know, their bad landings. And I must say, Greninja's fair is a very scary tool.
Yeah, definitely. And it's surprisingly difficult to use. If you haven't picked up Greninja before, it kind of has this delay to it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're used to the way Sheik's fair kind of comes out real quick, this is kind of more you press it and it comes out a little bit. It's strange.
It has weird timing, right? It reminds me, actually, of my character Peaches a lot, in which it has a weird little bit of startup to it. Yeah. Beautiful up smash by Shinjoebi catching that landing, though. But yeah, I do have to say, I personally have a lot of respect for Greninja players because I think he's a hard character to play as. Yeah. I was fighting Van earlier today, and he knocked me out of winners. And I, was totally about it, and I complimented him. I'm like, you've been putting in work, because I feel like Greninja's an honest character in the way that he takes a lot of finesse, and he takes a very good understanding of the game and very good fundamentals to play well, because it's hard to kill with them.
Yeah.
If you, like you said, pick up Greninja, try him, you'll be like, this character is weird.
Very weird.
He's one of my worst characters because I don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, and he's very quick, and then, like, you know, that forward air, it has that slightly longer startup. You know, it means you're kind of committing to it, even though it doesn't seem like it when you watch Greninja.
Exactly.
But when you play as him, it is kind of a committed move, so it really tributes to the player's skill to know when to use it properly and make those reads.
Right. And NameLess, again, starting off with a nice percentage lead. Just like Shinjoebi really understands how to string together those aerials. You see a lot of, like, back airs connecting twice. Maybe even forward air, maybe even up air. Now, I want to see a down air. I want to see a Diddy spike. Something NameLess, like, never goes for.
Yeah.
Maybe as a mix-up once in a great while, but... Yeah, beautiful, just like frame trapping of Shinjoebi, just limiting his options. Wow, that was it.
You know, that stock came down to a lot of good throw setups from NameLess there. Either getting those confirms right away from the throws, or, you know, maybe missing the first aerial but coming down with the second aerial and catching him.
Exactly. Huge lead for NameLess right off the bat. Has a ton of momentum. Up a full stock and then some. Oh, wow.
NameLess really in control right now. Yeah.
Exactly. And he canceled the monkey flip on the edge, so he's able to do it again, like reverse it and do it a second time. I don't know whether that was just great spacing or great awareness, but either way, that was fun.
Definitely. And now it's been a lot of, you know, NameLess has been in control with a lot of grabs right now, getting good follow-ups. And a lot of, he's
only 48%.
Yeah. He's got a lot of bananas out, too, which has set him up. Shinjoebi really needs to figure out a way to apply some pressure, get the bananas out of his hands, and
right. Perhaps a more aggressive approach. I think it's like what we were saying earlier, with Shinjoebi has such a great neutral. I feel like NameLess is so good at breaking people's neutrals.
Yeah.
He's so good at just, like, I don't know, just not giving you the space to play any games with him. And very good at cornering.
I like to think of Smash4 as very momentum-driven, too. If you can really gain momentum on a player, it leads into a lot more and puts them in a mindset. And I think NameLess is very good at building momentum and keeping his momentum going and getting in the other player's head.
Exactly. Ooh. Wow.
Not getting the up smash from the down tilt there. Maybe Greninja was just at too high of a percent to get the confirm now.
Great monkey flip to help him recover. Shinjoebi out of it. I feel like a Diddy up tilt will do it.
Yeah.
Or okay, wow, catching him on the platform. And that can be a good option too. If you notice your opponent's landing on the platform, there's going to be that tiny bit of lag where they have the landing cooldown.
Yep.
A certain, like, it's very few frames, but they'll have the, like, landing squat animation before they can react. And here we're going to see it here. Nice down tilt, puts him up, and then, he also air dodged, which was not a good option to go for because the platform was there. It caught him, so it made him vulnerable.
All right, so the FD counter pick. I was almost expecting Duck Hunt because Joe seems to really like Duck Hunt. And again, a longer flat stage, but I'm not too surprised to see Final Destination either.
Well, I feel like Diddy is a character that is one of the best at controlling horizontal space, and because that stage is so wide, it can give Diddy a lot of leverage. And I also don't think he can really camp out Diddy on the tree or the other platforms as much as, like, other characters.
Definitely.
But we'll see what he can do with this FD counter pick. I do like this. Considering NameLess's ban, this is probably his best choice. Yeah. Or maybe NameLess even ban Duck Hunt, who knows.
Oh, could be too, you know.
But again, NameLess just seems to have Shinjoebi kind of downloaded at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Looking a lot like Game 2 here.
Both kind of feeling out each other's space again.
NameLess just slowly climbing those ranks, looking for that throne. This could be a big win for him for taking out Minnesota's #1.
Yeah, I do like Joe kind of picking up the banana there, trying to keep it out of NameLess' hand, get rid of that setup option.
For sure, because Diddy is obviously far more dangerous with the banana. To Shinjoebi's credit, though, NameLess hasn't gone for it a lot, so he hasn't really been able to take that option away from him.
Down smash.
Yeah, jeez.
Very solid smash attack from Diddy, and NameLess's lack of smash attack use in the last 2 games really helped catch Joe off guard there as well.
Oh, I saw the down tilt a little bit. Okay. But yeah, it's... I feel like NameLess is just doing a lot to throw Shinjoebi off. He's going for options that Shinjoebi's not quite ready for. Not what he thinks a typical Diddy might want to do. Oof. Ooh, Nair. Yeah, NameLess looking really good. 56% already on Shinjoebi. NameLess not quite at kill percent unless Shinjoebi can land a really good setup.
Yeah, good setup or good read. Ooh, that very close grab whiff there. It might have been the first time I've seen Shinjoebi counter.
Yeah.
At least first time in a very long time.
Exactly. I mean, it's also been, I feel like Shinjoebi has to go for something like that because NameLess has been so aware of the down tilt option.
Yeah, it's got to do something new. And NameLess has been pretty good about these edge guards, too, really getting hitboxes out in the right spot without putting himself in jeopardy.
Exactly.
It's a lot of solid stage control from NameLess.
Wow, the Peanut just edge guarding. Yeah, NameLess's edge guards have been on point today. Not quite going to lose to that Shadow Sneak, almost. Ooh. Sons of backwards.
Yeah.
I did not know
that.
that
I think even
move could
NameLess
do
was
that.
a little confused there. Kind of didn't follow up because he was like, huh.
The very rare occasion.
Yeah.
It was also just like at a very bad trajectory. He couldn't have done anything. But we have a huge lead by NameLess right now. And at this point, you know, NameLess doesn't have to go in. He can wait for a really easy confirm.
Yeah, he's got quite a few of them now. Down tilt to up smash, the famous Diddy confirm. Up airs can do it at this point, I believe. Back throw can do it from the edges.
Back air.
Yep, back
maybe
air.
even a good hit of the
getting
forward
close
air.
to up tilt percent if he's not there already. Up tilt may do it from the ground now.
Oof.
I don't see NameLess go for the up tilt kills too much, but it's a very quick option from the ground when they're not expecting it, and I think it's very possible at this percent.
Ooh, that's the forward throw. That should be it.
Yep.
Ooh, almost a lot to ensure, but still not.
Well.
Yeah, that was impeccable DI. Oh, jeez.
Percent's a little too high to make that confirm now. Pops him up enough.
Oh, that should be it.
Yep.
No, okay, wow. This DI is very good. And I guess NameLess hasn't...
Learning a lot about forward throw now.
And I guess NameLess hasn't quite been at the close enough to the edge.
Yeah. I knew back throw was the Diddy throw option from the ledge, but I had thought at these percents forward throw would do it too. But
Shinjoebi looking really dangerous right now. We could see a turnaround with a really good play. Oh, monkey flip. No, okay. Wow, this DI is just crazy. Oh, gets hit. 233. Now that is living. That's the definition of redemption.
And really now it's starting to become anyone's game because with max rage built up at this point, a good read can do it at pretty early against Diddy Kong.
It makes the mechanic in Smash 4 very dangerous. 59 64. Shinjoebi has stage control. Oh, that's it.
Yep.
No. Oh my gosh, that was almost a great comeback. But NameLess kept his cool really well.
Definitely. He scored a lot of grabs, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, I can't exactly say what Shinjoebi could have done better to avoid those, but he seemed to fall into the grabs a lot against NameLess.
Yeah.
So
for sure. All right, next up we have a good set, but next up we have Jibka versus Schwing. This will be interesting. So Jibka, of course, being our gatekeeper at number 10. With his Cloud, best Cloud in MN as of now, versus Schwing, who hails from South Dakota and originally from Minnesota, Falcon player. Schwing knocked me out of the tournament.
Knocked me into losers as well.
Yep, and I'm not gonna lie, fairly salty, just because like Falcon is a frustrating character for me. But I will say that Schwing has improved a lot. He has great movement options, and he has great reads. You know, he plays Falcon very well. And I don't know if Jibka's going to be ready for it, so I'm expecting we might see an upset.